Peace, 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 fam.
Peace, y'all.
Yeah.
This is Camps in the Oracle.
And I am Ernest.
Yeah,
And
we
we
are
are.
Remnants Gathering. Weirdo gay gay. Look, y'all, I ain't
Yeah.
gonna lie. We could do no live today, but we like the
Yeah,
show.
we must
Don't
go
underestimate it.
That's right.
Don't underestimate the information. It is great. The show goes on. Y'all already know I'm all about pushing through.
Yes, we are.
So yeah, we showed up. And
Yeah.
we want y'all to show up too. Go to the website, check out the courses and stuff, y'all. And use these products and these tools and comment below. Like, share, subscribe, do all that good stuff. We need that so we can continue to get this knowledge to more people. But yeah, we can go ahead and dig into this because this astrological energy is something else right now.
Yes, it is. Yeah, y'all definitely tap in to this moon phase, this Scorpio full moon. Now, according to Lona Wolf, you can go to www.lonawolf.com. They talked about soul loss, and they came up with signs of soul loss or the loss of self-identity. So I'm going to read to you the 9 causes of soul loss according to lonawolf.com. In shamanism, soul loss describes the fragmentation of the soul, and interestingly, soul loss shares similarities with what contemporary psychology calls dissociation, which is the splitting of the psyche in response to traumatic, shocking, or difficult experiences. This is often the cause of many core wounds that affect us later as adults. So what causes soul loss? Here are some common examples. Number 1, any form of abuse, be it sexual, emotional, physical, or mental. Number 2, an event of prolonged grief, pain, and fear that made you feel helpless or impotent. Number 3, deep-seated addictions like substance dependency. Number 4, a near-death or out-of-body experience. Number 5, being forced to act against your morals. Number 6, an experience of intense rejection or abandonment. Number 7, witnessing the unexpected death of someone. Number 8, a sudden and shocking accident. Number 9, entering a relationship without strong boundaries of self, resulting in an unhealthy relationship and losing your personal power. Now, soul loss and dissociation are devices that the brain uses to survive potentially destructive traumatic events. In other words, soul loss happens to protect you initially, rather than to hurt you. This is a natural protective mechanism. However, every wound must be healed. Otherwise, it'll just fester. When we neglect to heal these blocked off parts of ourselves and give them air, we are left with a chronic feeling of unwholeness. Eventually, we can suffer from chronic issues such as anxiety, depression, physical and mental illnesses as a result. A simple example of soul loss can be found in cultures that frown upon expressing emotions like anger. A child, for instance, will quickly learn that expressing anger results in punishment or withdrawal of love by their parents. As a result, this child will eventually learn to split off this unacceptable part of themselves until they no longer accept this emotion as belonging to them. What happens to this anger? It is suppressed. For this reason, soul loss plays a huge role in creating our shadow selves. Now, the galactic signature for today is the yellow lunar human. The yellow lunar human is the galactic signature for today. And it says, I polarize in order to influence, stabilizing wisdom. I seal the process of free will with the lunar tone of challenge. I am guided by the power of flowering. And the wave spell is the blue monkey. Now, according to astrodreamadvisor.com, with it being a yellow lunar human, the yellow human asks you to strengthen and clear your physical vessel in order to prepare for the expanded energies of higher mind. Your chalice of self is being purified through vibrational adjustments in the brain-body system. With this quickening, adjustments are made and your circuits of consciousness are naturally transformed. Often, this process is accompanied by the sensation of being altered or rewired. Higher centers of the brain and the light-sensitive pineal and pituitary glands are being activated to contain more light. This penetration brings you to a critical threshold, creating enormous change at the cellular level. It also activates soul memories and expands your concepts of reality. With this expanded consciousness, your brain-body system is being cleared and fine-tuned so that you can create a gateway for the activation and acceleration of cosmic consciousness. This penetration of frequencies and its accompanying quickening is like upgrading the hard drive of your biocomputer and activating the hidden chip or the unused parts of your brain. This is the foundation and awakening of your light body, a body crafted from the expansion of interstellar light within every cell. This body exists in and out of time and in space and is able to experience and communicate freely with other dimensions and times. This is the resonant body within those whom Jose Aguilera calls the servant warriors, which are those humans who fully realize the dreamlight body within the physical body and understand the circuitry of the human organism, who use the light body to navigate the electromagnetic waters, which we call the universe. The development of the light body involves strong interaction between spirit and self as you prepare for entrance into the expanded chalice of essence self. In preparing this vessel, you enter into the rites of passage inherent to cosmic consciousness, and such rites eventually burst any false containers of self that cannot encompass the expanding chalice. Y'all, go to the website and navigate over to the video section and check out those free webinars that we did. We did one on the Phoenix Rising from the Ashes. That was the first installment of the introductory one. Then we did a follow-up on that, and it was geared more toward shadow work and using the galactic signature. And so go to www.remnantsgathering.com and take a look at those videos that we have, those free webinars that we have, dealing with and understanding the aspects of your galactic signature and the wave spell for your day, as well as how integrating that in lieu with doing the shadow work is so beneficial. Again, today's wave spell is the blue monkey. The blue monkey wave spell for day 1. You ask yourself that question: how do I call forth the resonance of my true vibration? How do I call forth the resonance of my true vibration? Blue monkey qualities are innocence, spontaneity, play, magic, inner child, humor, and disruption. Blue monkey represents the divine child, the child that is ever in a state of open-hearted wisdom, innocence, trust, simplicity, and joyful wonder. What would it feel like to actually be a magical child in this culture and time? The secret that very few know, because they may feel more comfortable trying to protect themselves, is that the divine child offers the strongest of all protections, the invulnerability of open-hearted love. Through innocence, a kind of immunity is created that allows the divine child to be transparent so that the apparent slings and arrows of the world can pass right through without being personalized into wounds, reactions, or hurt feelings. This is the path of innocence regained. Transparency is the path of the new consciousness. Blue Monkey Wave spell calls for inner child healing through play. In this new myth, your spontaneous divine child will usher in and anchor the new frequency. How can you heal your inner child? Explore what truly gives you joy. Find types of work that support your sensitivity and create deep satisfaction. Be simple. Love, play, dance, draw, color, sing. These activities are all for divine children. And these activities are for all divine children. They serve the expression of the magical child in all of us. Consciously make time for the joyful freedom and magic of play. And I can't do nothing but stress that again. We have to make time for play. We got to make time for the magic of play and joyful freedom as a child would. Western astrology for today. The Scorpio full moon on April 26, 2021 at 11:31 p.m. It draws you into the depths, shed outworn layers, and prepare to transform as these mystical moonbeams attune you to your soul. To conceal or reveal, and this is something by the Astro Twins. That is the question and the paradox of the 2021 Scorpio full moon. This esoteric zodiac sign isn't comfortable being exposed by the full moon, but it's going to be hard to keep secrets in the vault near April 26. Ready to break past the block? Turn it over to this transformational full moon for some deep processing and healing. As the signs of extremes, Scorpio energy can draw out both our darkest shadows and our most enlightened selves. This moon could bring some eye-opening awakenings for anyone who's been refusing to deal with a lingering conflict. Because it forms a harsh T-square, three-way tug of war with Taskmaster, Saturn in Aquarius, and disruptive Uranus in Taurus. These situations could hit a boiling point and fast. If they do, lean into the fixed sign energy of these planetary placements. In other words, pull back and figure out the most logical solutions. Keep calm, but don't worry and don't carry on until you've investigated thoroughly. Turmoil will be temporary if you actually fix the problem instead of slapping on a band-aid. Pun intended. Dubbed the full pink moon by indigenous people because of the rosy-hued flowers that blossom during this season, alas, the moon doesn't actually turn that shade. But you might spot a pink elephant that's been doing its best to hide in the corner. If you see something, say something. Just follow Scorpio rules and have the discussion in private. Scorpio is the zodiac sign that rules merging. From joint finances to living space to letting someone know your deep, dark secrets. All of these things require vulnerability and trust, and often a journey through your own unconscious shadow to be able to share at this point. Unlock your power chakra. Shimmy those hips, rock that pelvis, and awaken your second chakra. This energy center, located just below the navel, is associated with money and sex, both Scorpio terrain. When this chakra is blocked, your sex drive may dip, or you may struggle to attract or keep money. Movement can get the chi flowing to your erotic center and reproductive organs again. Try a burlesque class online or invent your own seduction dance. Perform it for yourself in the mirror, because your turn on is the most important one. While you're at it, wear some orange to activate the color associated with this chakra. The devil is in the details, and Scorpio's laser vision never misses a thing. Where in your life have you left things a little fuzzy around the edges? It could be affecting you more than you realize. Take tangible actions. Make a call, send an email, apologize to someone, tell the truth, whatever. Just do it. Precision is the Scorpio aim. Scorpio rules power and control and transformation. It's the mythic phoenix that rises from the ashes of destruction. What in your life needs to symbolically die so that something new can be born? Let it go, or at least release your grip and allow the 2021 Scorpio full moon to transmute it. But remember that sometimes the only way out is through. Scorpio has 4 phases of evolution, and under this full moon, you can find yourself going low before you go high. In its most basic state, Scorpio is the ground-dwelling scorpion who stings every fear-evoking passerby. Second is the serpent, who charms and enchants, but can be deadly venomous when threatened. Third comes the observant, but predatory eagle, taking in its sweeping view from high overhead and nesting with its lifelong mate. The most transcendent Scorpio form is the phoenix, who rises from the ashes of destruction and shows you the remaining signs of life. Again, y'all, go to our site, go to REMNANTSGATHERING.com and navigate over to the video page and check out those free webinars that we've done. Now, the Scorpio full moon ritual. We want to add this one. We're going to share this one. We want y'all to definitely take part of it. This is some, again, going back to the whole aspect of being creative, intentional, and having fun with it, as a child would. And so this is a revenge role-playing ritual. Scorpio full moon revenge role-playing ritual. Listen, people, as much as we want to be enlightened and all namaste, there are things in life that do make our blood boil. Suppressing negative feelings isn't in anyone's highest good. The universe is made up of polarities. To elevate the bliss, we got to be in touch with our deep sadness. In order to feel true love, we must risk heartbreak. Neither emotion is better or worse. They coexist as a pair. Since Scorpio is the sign that rules revenge, this ritual is a bit of an exorcism. It allows us to release pent-up feelings from our psyches and cleanse our energetic fields in the process. It's time to role play one of your revenge fantasies. Partner up with a trusted confidant for this exercise, someone loyal and empathetic who won't judge you for unleashing your inner Darth Vader. You act as an avatar for each other's worst enemies here. Get all that wrath out of your systems. Devote an hour to this exercise and make time after to regroup and recenter. You may feel a little lightheaded from releasing all the energy though. Spend a few minutes talking to your partner about your nemesis. Describe their personality, mannerisms, and qualities you find disturbing. Then set a timer for 15 minutes. As your partner role plays your enemy, let yourself say it all. Scream, curse, tell them how much they hurt you. Feelings may verge on violence, So consider using a baseball bat and a large cushion. When emotions erupt physically, pick up the bat and beat the pillow. We promise it's an epic release. When the timer ends, take 3 deep inhalations through your nose and exhale powerfully from your belly each time, making a ha sound as you do. Spend at least 5 minutes debriefing with your partner. How was the experience for you? Step outside for some fresh air and wait at least 15 minutes before now trading places and doing the exercise in reverse roles. Now, there are some other ritual ideas, and we just want to share a few other ritual ideas. Again, be creative, y'all. Your magic is your magic. Trim your hair or clip it, snip it off. Cut that stale energy that's lingering in your locks. Another one, dress in a sultry black, the Scorpio color, or try a newer nail polish or lip color. Some dark. Treat yourself to an erotic novel or toy, or some warming massage oil. Another one, and the last one, clean out your social media list. Unfriend the people you ain't talked to in years or who have betrayed you or hurt you in some way. You don't have to make it all better. Sometimes it's just best to move on.
Peace, family. So it's Camps in the Oracle, one half of Remnants Gathering, and we're kind of making this work and doing things a little bit different. We did not go live today, but we are bringing some information to you the way that we would when we do a live, which is going to include the Mayan astrology, which is going to include the Western astrology, and tarot card reading. So I am working with the Sibyl's Oraculum deck. And the first card that I pulled regarding what is important for the collective awakening to know now, and what came up was Sapiente, which is wisdom. So wisdom is evolution, and it is being one way, reaching the limit of that way, and making a new way, then integrating all ways as the situation demands. There is no shortage of intellectually brilliant people in the world, but the wise are few and far between. The ability to absorb, regurgitate, or cleverly manipulate information has nothing to do with the person's ability to apply what they know to their daily lives. There are many who think age, formal education, enduring challenging situation makes one automatically wise, but no one can deny the existence of old fools, educated idiots, and the impoverished souls who have failed to integrate their hard-earned lessons for the maximum benefit. Because it is common to associate wisdom with certain occupations, we tend to give these people a hard time when they make silly mistakes and should have known better. And unfortunately, it is not that easy, and things just don't work that way. Now, if you pull this card today, which we did, the Sibyls may be asking you to stop and consider the following questions related to the query, which was, what message will serve and be beneficial to the collective? So these are the questions to ask yourself to see, have you been operating in wisdom or not? Was that situation, whatever it was, a number of years ago with a partner that didn't work out, was it really a waste of my time? That's one question that you might want to ask yourself since I pulled this card. Or have you forgiven yourself for it? If not, then when will you forgive yourself? The next question that you might want to ask yourself is, do you expect someone else to wise up just because you have gotten to that point now? Or is it time that you reevaluate your position on the matter at hand based on past experience? Another question you might want to ask yourself is, are you listening to the advice of someone who doesn't have any direct experience about the matter? I feel like there might be a lot of y'all. Because a lot of people got a lot of opinions about what they think you should do with your life. And you have to ask yourself, do you see this wisdom in their life? Another question that you might will ask yourself is, are you negatively prejudging possibilities? Are you making excuses? Or coming down with a case of what ifs because you secretly fear growth? And we've been talking about this a lot. Growth happens in those dark moments. We need those dark moments to help us expand. And a lot of us are afraid of the darkness. We're afraid of conflict. We're afraid of problems, issues, because we're still traumatized and have not yet healed and integrated these shadow aspects of us that were created from these problems. Until you can do that, you may be secretly and subconsciously avoiding things that's going to help you grow. Another question you might want to ask yourself is, does the colloquial definition of insanity as repeating the same behavior but expecting different results apply to you? And be honest with yourself. Okay? Another question to consider. Do you feel like you're too old, too educated, or too tried and tested to learn more? And some of us do have spiritual egos, and you may be feeling that way and don't know you feeling that way. So I like these cards because this helps to look into the subconscious mind, and sometimes that is a very difficult place to see into when you have been trained your whole life to avoid the subconscious, avoid darkness, avoid anything that's uncomfortable and painful. This can be very hard to do. So, I really like using this because sometimes we need help to look into these different aspects of ourselves. We need help being able to see them, and I can definitely relate to this. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I need help seeing myself sometimes. And yes, I am the oracle, and I can see for everybody else, but sometimes seeing for myself can be difficult. The next card that I pull, so that was like the core issue. So the core issue right now is, are we moving in wisdom? Are we behaving in wisdom? Okay. The next thing that I pull was dubium, and dubium means doubt. Okay. Now, this card gives some background information on, some of the representations of that's used as the symbolism. And so on this card is the hawk, and we have the hawk's eye, right? And it says the hawk represents reason and the snake represents intuition, which are often at odds with each other. The evil eye at the bottom is a warning to avoid becoming your own worst enemy or succumbing to paranoid beliefs that everybody is out to get you. Y'all, this is like something, we got to be real about this. A lot of us feel this way. And when you start feeling like this, whether it's true or not, it don't matter. But when you start allowing yourself to resonate with that truth, you tend to attract more people in your life that do seem to be against you. So the commentary for this is this. Doubt has gotten a bad rap for a long time, and it is often blamed for many failures. It is known as one of the main annihilators of dreams, but I think that is unfair. Doubt serves a very useful function in everyday life. If we never had doubts, we would blindly follow everything anyone ever said to us without question. Therefore, without doubt, we will never have become seekers of the truth. Doubt is like the arrow that pops up on a computer screen once you move the mouse or cursor. There are several options to click, but the arrow has no mind of its own with which to consider and select. That is your job. If your spirit is full of fear, then like the arrow on a slow computer with a slow hard drive, you will either go back and forth, aimlessly missing all targets, or not be able to move at all. In any event, the failure to move forward has absolutely nothing to do with the arrow, but everything to do with the cross internal signals. There may be a very good reason to wonder if you should choose one option over another. That's normal. What is not normal is continuing to remain stagnant while you complain curse, whine, or cry about why nothing is moving. Focus on what you value most and what would be best for you 10 years from now. Make the choice that has the potential to put you closest to where you want to be. And don't go back once you've made the decision. If you get dubium, doubt, in a reading, you should reflect on the most frightening points related to the core issue card. If you feel, and that was the first card that I read, and I gave y'all all the questions to ask yourself to see which one of those things apply to you. Now, if you feel extremely uncomfortable, it is probably because the core issue revealed that in order to succeed, you will have to change or leave your comfort zone completely. If you doubt whether you are capable of dealing with the core issue, then understand that you might be choosing predictable mediocrity over greater possibilities. Let me say that one more time. If you doubt whether you are capable of dealing with the core issue, then understand that you might be choosing predictable mediocrity over greater possibilities. Y'all, I think that's for a lot of us. A lot of us are still like finding ourselves and unprogramming and dealing with the trauma of it all. A lot of us are still having to face this very dark past of delusion and hysteria, superstition, indoctrination, traditional beliefs created to oppress the masses. Like a lot of us are still having to face that in our day-to-day life and maybe people that we're around. And so when you're dealing with all of that, one thing about trauma, it can make you just freeze and you just, it's not always that people are against you. Sometimes there are aspects of you that just is not on board with moving forward to the person you desire to be, especially if you still have an inner child who is not healed and needs attention and is wounded. It's going to be very hard for you to finally make decisions and actually move on those decisions. So, just consider this. Whatever question that I read on the first card that made you uncomfortable or stood out to you, there is a lesson there for you. And you are able to get past whatever the obstacle is. You can get over it. It's just a matter of your perspective and a matter of being able to believe in yourself and know that it is possible. And so we're talking about soul loss and identity loss and being able to reclaim your sovereignty. I mean, this is a full moon in Scorpio. Y'all, this is great energy, really good psychic energy, really good deep, sensual, intimate energy that you can have with yourself. And so we're going to give you all a ritual that you can do to tap more into these parts of yourself. But I just want to say to you, it's okay. You're fucking awesome regardless of what issues you got, regardless of how stuck you've been. You are awesome, and you really need to know that. You got to tell yourself that until you feel that, until you start to believe that, until you don't even believe the stuff that you used to believe about yourself. Okay? Now, I pulled an action card, and so this card is kind of like, what is a strategy that you could begin using to help with whatever is being uncovered as you are watching the show today? Like, what's coming up for you and how can you begin to deal with it? So the card that I pull is Militarium, which represents strategy. And so admitting how far you are willing to go and how much you are willing to sacrifice should precede all plans. All right? Everything's going to require sacrifice, y'all. So the symbol on this card is the cat, which represents poise, and the mouse, which represents determination. It's taking a lot of that for me to just record this today. Thank y'all for y'all love and good vibes and prayers. And as we say, meta prayers, that's how metaphysicians pray, Thank you so much for that. The healing is definitely happening and going well, and I'm so thankful, and I was so encouraged to just see so many people commented and just send me good vibes. Like, man, y'all know I like to cuss. That's how I show my deep feelings. Y'all know I F with y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. Like, It's really dope that we got something called a soul tribe and other people who people probably think they're as weird as people think that we can be, and we can just come together and support each other. Like, that's really dope, you know. So I just want to say thank y'all for that. And yeah, I'm using a little bit of that determination that we're talking about. So with this particular card, this card is connected to Gerzil, and Gerzil was an ancient Tamazigan god of war, and he was worshipped by the Hawara of Ea, okay, until the 11th century, 300 years after the Islamization of the region. So this area is near modern-day Libya, okay. And this card is also, let's see, what else is associated with this card? Because remember, it has a cat and a mouse on it. So Epidamok was the Nubian and Cometian god of victory and war. And he was depicted with the head of a lion and the body of a snake to represent the unity between the masculine and the feminine. In Kemet, he was known as the son of the goddess Sekhmet and the brother of Nefertum. He was one of the gods especially revered by the Medjay and the elite soldiers of the Cometian military. And the ruins of his temple are in Naga, which is present-day Sudan. And Naga meant serpent queen in a Cometian language. So you got some history on the visual of this card and the connection to that. And it says, first decide that you will find a way to get what you want. Brainstorm ideas and ask for advice from others who have succeeded at what you're trying to accomplish. So y'all, this is what we need to be doing. You got to sit down and you got to start planning some stuff out. And if you got to ask questions because you don't know what to do next, then do that, you know, and go ahead and decide how far are you willing to go to bring whatever this plan is or whatever this desire is into form, to manifest. And what are you willing to sacrifice before you carry out those plans? And make sure you brainstorm and ask questions. You know, again, this is going back to using the wisdom. So the strategy that you need is just by tapping into your inner wisdom and asking questions when you need to, when you don't know what to do. And I know for a lot of us, it's just like, well, who the hell do I ask questions to? Because most people around me, you know, maybe I'm one of the few people that's going through the awakening around me. And I would say to you, you know, I like to use my favorite teachers when it comes to this. The next card I pull, y'all know I ain't good with these words, but it is Vita Batur, which means aggression. And on this card, oh, I love when this happens. I love synchronicities from the universe. Slash and burn for richer fields. And it has a picture of a scorpion and arrows. I was just talking about the full moon in Scorpio, and the very last card that I pulled got a darn scorpion on it. Like, that's what's up. So the scorpion represents aggression against attack and unceasing battle until the very end. Okay. This card is connected to Amut, which was the Cometian goddess of divine retribution. Amut. In the Pert Am Heru, or the Book of Coming Forth by Day, which is also the Book of the Dead, Amut awaited the judgment of the deceased. If a person was found not to be in alignment with Ma'at, which is truth, then Amut would devour the person's soul, thereby extinguishing them completely out of existence. Now, that is the religio-mythological association of this card. The divinatory meaning of this card, this is something to consider. Destroy any and all obstacles to the attainment of your goal. Force is warranted at this time. Look, y'all, I was just talking about the obstacles. Do whatever you gotta do to destroy the things that are blocking you from reaching your goal. Force is a good thing. Not good. Force is a very beneficial tool to use, and sometimes we need that. So whatever the obstacle is, it's just needing you to use wisdom, plan, strategize, and apply force aggressively. Be like the scorpion. Use this Scorpio full moon energy, which is going to linger for a while. And we went over the astrology on this. Like, this is all set up for us to win, y'all. None of your obstacles are in your life to defeat you. It's because you knew that you would figure out a way to win regardless. And as many obstacles as I've been very open about my obstacles, and about, I'm not even trying to be on here and be on YouTube and be this super amazing spiritual guru who got it all together. Hell no. I'm letting y'all, know what it is as I'm going through my own awakening, because, that's just what I'm here to do. And that's something that I take very, very seriously. Being transparent and representing my art and standing in my truth, and allowing myself to be the white galactic wizard that I am, and translate this magical, metaphysical, transformative information, and making it where you can actually use it, information you feel like you can use. So, this is so perfect to pull this under this energy. So y'all, just know that you got this. You just need to apply a little bit more force. Make sure that you're planning, ask some questions, and using your wisdom. And doubt is not the enemy here. Doubt was something that helped a lot of us make the best decisions, to be able to do whatever was, going to be the most beneficial thing for us to do. For ourselves to get to where we need to be. And everybody not gonna like it, and everybody not gonna be in support of you doing that, and that's okay. But are you okay with that sacrifice? Are you okay with it? A lot of us are okay with sacrificing time and energy, but we're not okay with sacrificing our reputation. Fuck your reputation. At this point, fuck my reputation. If my reputation is keeping me stuck because I'm trying to uphold this image, that's my false self that I'm realizing is not even my authentic me. It's my false self. It's through conditioning. I'm trying to uphold this image. I'm not even being true to myself. I'm not even doing what I really feel led to do. I'm not even living true to me. Look, you don't want to be letting your heart be heavy against that feather. At the end of the day, it's about what you feel about you. And for some of us, what's been holding us back is this reputation or whatever it is. We don't want to rock the boat. I get that. I don't like conflict either. But y'all, at this point, we need conflict to grow. And we need force. And we need to learn how to channel our anger and our rage and our sadness in a healthy way, where we can use it to give birth to the life that we know we should be having, So I just want to say, own it all. Stop being in denial. Stop, fearing okay, well, if I accept the fact that I am responsible for every single thing in my life right now, well, then that makes me feel weak, or that makes me feel like a bad person. It's time for you to judgment detox. Release a judgment from yourself. You're doing the best you can with what you got. So whatever it is that you hear in your mind, or what you might fear people might think, if that's is holding you back, then the reputation that you created, that your false self created, your ego self created, is not serving you anymore. You might want to let that go, and it might be one of the things that you release under this full moon energy. So we share with you all, a ritual that you could do just not tonight, anytime. Really, metaphysicians could do shit at any time. It's just good to be able to use the planetary alignment to support you in whatever the outcome is that you are seeking and what you are doing. So this is really, really a really great energy to be under, and it's very expansive if we allow ourselves to be expanded. And just keep reminding yourself that everything is okay. Everything is okay. Everything is fine. And shit is always working out for you. Just keep telling yourself that until you feel it. I'm amazing. I'm amazing. It don't matter how broken I am. I am amazing. I don't have to be perfect to be amazing. I'm amazing because I say I'm amazing. Like, we need all of that. You know, we need that. We need to build ourselves up. And it's time for us to stop allowing ourselves to be victims, be tore down by people, and just begin strategizing on how you can allow your higher self to show up in this world, and bring whatever beautiful essence you are here to bring, to be able to share that. And people will receive you. You're not for everybody, and maybe most of your family and friends and stuff right now, they just not a part of your future, and that's okay too. It's no judgment. Like, everything is okay. It is okay. So so thank y'all again for the wishes and the prayers, and keeping me encouraged, making me laugh, making me smile. I appreciate you guys. We pushed through this and we got it done. So let us know what you think. Don't forget to check out the courses, y'all. We got the courses. We got all those free classes, those free lectures. Like, use that stuff, y'all. Like, I wish I would have been woke enough when Bobby Hemmett and a lot of the other people that I love listen to were doing lectures and really into that and tapping into the ancient sciences that they were sharing at the time. I would be farther along. So don't take that stuff for granted, especially the free stuff that people do and put out there for y'all. Like, use it and just enjoy yourself, learning yourself and manifesting this new you. It is a very enjoyable experience once you surrender to it. All right. Y'all already know what we finna say, right?
Man, your third eye has just been kissed. Peace. Man, your third eye has just been kissed. Peace.